Our video is on Chapter 4 Pyramid Schemes from A Short History of Progress by Ronald Wright. The people who will be speaking in this video are Bella, Charlene, Cassin, Terrence, and myself, Akshara. It's been said that there was once a temptress the Maya called the Sad Bay. She is known to be seen by lone hunters and drives them mad with lust. They would follow her wild scent and feel the gloriousness of her long hair. When they wake up, if they do, they would be covered in cuts and is completely lost. The same can be seen with various ancient civilizations, for they were seduced and ruined by their own desires all the same.
If the civilization is to exist, we must live on the interest, not the capital of nature. Rome was a literary society, so it affected high level of pyramid scheme. According to Gibbon, Rome will ever be remembered and still felt by the nation of the earth. Rome went to the crisis, and this proved that until the time of Julius Caesar, were intentionally private enterprise. Rome citizens went to the war and became bloody and safe. The result was a land bomb everywhere within the range of the capital, and the environmental consequences destroyed. This led to Roman family farm not being able to compete against bigger farm due to the lack of safe labor, which resulted in pain. Moreover, the Julius Caesar ordered the whole country to expand the land of Rome, so the capital city continued to rule long after its dominance. Hence, this caused Rome to reach the highest population in 4th century AD, and it was the biggest city on the earth and held about over 50 million people. All the industrial cities were contrasted by the difficulty of getting supplies in and out every day. Most cities were in debt traps. To sum up, everything on the earth had a limit. The fall of the Roman Empire, and still the consequence not learning when to stop taking from the land.
The fall of Maya has become one of the most mysterious questions of the world today, as there are not many evidence about their existence. However, Ronald Wright has mentioned 3 reasons about this fall in his book. Copan, one of the biggest cities in Maya, had increased its population 5 times compared to its establishment, which is similar to an increasing population rate of a modern city nowadays. With such huge number of people, demand overtook supply. Soon enough, they started to eat into natural capital. In addition, many empire buildings projects caused more trees to be cut down to create more empty spaces. As a result, there was a significant decrease in resources. Therefore, the divide power between the rich and the poor increased, where the rich can have much more food than the poor. The life expectancy and health of Mayans declined. Besides, the ruling class continued putting more power to the kings, harder work for the masses, and carry on foreign war. Mayan civilizations were at limits, and disaster like droughts not likely to be a reason, but a finished blow to the ancient Maya.
China and Egypt were able to keep burning without using up their natural fuel for more than 3,000 years. Egypt, as Herodotus writes, was a gift of the Nile. Her fields watered, and her soils refreshed each year by layer of fur-torn silt. The Nile of its delta of only 50,000 square miles of copperland. Egypt's farming methods were simple, as conservative as the culture itself, and worked with, rather than against, the natural world circle. Egypt's population growth was unusually slow. Throughout the Pharaohic, Roman, and Arabic period, it stayed well below world average, taking 3,000 years to rise from the under 2 million to 6 million. China also received more than her fair share of the total soil, though it had come as a lump sum deposit rather than yearly allowance, long before farming began. Dry wind blowing across the Eurasian landmass had picked up topsoil explored by recreating glaciers, dropped it on China, and in form of rose, a DNA-colored earth that gives the Yellow River its name. This land was most endlessly forgiving, with Eurasian merely exposing the new layer of good earth. Moreover, if we to scrutinize Egypt and China, we can find the employ in both countries as straight as the guard.
To bring this all together, Rome collapsed because they took everything without ever stopping. Simply put, Rome's demand way exceeded its supply. Rome's population in the 4th century AD was over 10 million people, an overpopulation. This is a result of Rome's continuous conquest over land. Yes, it was the biggest city on earth at that time, but with Rome being greedy, it led to its own downfall. Similar to Rome was another ancient civilization, the Mayans. In AD 800, the city of Copan increased fivefold from 5,000 to 28,000 people. This is an overpopulation for a city so small. The Mayans lived on farmsteads and knew of their fragile ecology. With an overpopulation, the Mayans eventually dug into their own natural capital and depleted itself. China and Egypt, on the other hand, did a lot better by living up to 3,000 years without using up their natural resources. Egypt and China were blessed in the sense that they had very fertile land and simple yet effective methods of farming. They controlled their population's growth and survived and thrived for over 3,000 years or so. In comparison, Rome and the Mayans did not have control over its own population and dug deep into the natural capital and eventually sucked it dry, whereas China and Egypt did the complete opposite.
Our discussion questions are: 1. Would it have been possible for these civilizations to survive to this day and age if they had controlled their population growth? 2. What are the reasons that led to the downfall of the Romans and Mayan civilization? 3. The ancient civilizations all failed for the same reasons. Do you think our civilization can escape the same fate? This is our reference list. Thank you for watching.
Bye bye!
Bye!